What's going on, my people? I hope everybody's good. I hope everybody's feeling okay. Hope everybody had a good day. I hope it was fulfilling as to you doing what you had to do. People that are getting ready for the weekend, get ready for your weekend. Have fun, cause it's how do you say? It's Friday Eve, right? And me and the Star Wars dad, of course, we came back and from a magnificent vacation. You know what I'm saying? We had a good time out there, man. Good people, great fun, man. The rides were crazy. But we can that's another live that we want to say for y'all. And just want to thank everybody, man, who was tuning in as I was trying to, not forget about y'all, and try to bring you uh the side of the politics with the politics and vulgarity because it seems like you guys like it. So I'm going to keep it going. So like to say that this is gonna get it's gonna get hard, but we're here. We're here for each other. You know what I mean? As long as we continue to tell each other the truth. Um, just want to say peace to everybody out there. Khalil, the man of steel. What's up, guy? What's going on, my brother? No doubt, man. Welcome, my man Stefan. Hey, Steph. Let me know if you got your wrench, man. Do you see your wrench? My man TJ Call, what's going on? He says that flag is fire, brother. Thank you, brother. That's us. You know what I mean? The rebellion, no doubt. Peace to the Star Wars dad. Peace to everybody out there, man. Peace to peace to 10 players as well. Peace to Roz Clot 222. Peace to my man Jay Dill, of course. And me and Jay Dill will be coming to you again with the late night boxing tour. But welcome to Politics and Vulgarity, or Politics with Vulgarity. And I'm gonna get down with the first issue here. What's up, Jay Blues? What's going on, man? All right, guys. All right, no doubt, Carlos Mendoza. What's going on? All right, so Trump just tweeted this. He says, Dominion attempted to alter our election and got caught. Now, when you take a look at that, that's nothing but the truth because they are getting caught. And as I continue in this program, we're going to expose and I'm going to give you exactly what's called the armor. You know what I mean? You guys are gonna bug the fuck out with exactly what I'm about to bring you guys up to date with this topic with the news media versus social media. Now, Kayleigh McEnany, she tweets a headline that was completely well. She didn't tweet it, but she exposed them, and she tweeted a headline towards these people at the Washington Post that was completely false. Right. So the headline said, "In a poll, watchers affidavit Trump campaign offers no evidence of fraud in Detroit ballot count." Now, that's a lie. It's totally a lie. And I'm not sure if they really took a look at it, but there are 234 pages of sworn affidavits out there and that are going contesting that, Peace to TJ Carr, of course, man. The fourth is with us, no doubt. The fourth is with us. My man, Truth Son. What's going on, Truth Son? Peace to you, brother. No doubt. And well, I'm just breaking this down to you. I'll get to y'all, no doubt, to your questions. I'm also gonna have you guys up here, if you guys want to come out. Irving Morales, what's going on, my brother? No doubt. Yeah, it's not a wrench, it's a motherfucking lightsaber. No doubt, brother. Yo, God bless you guys, man. No doubt. So let me continue bringing these facts to you guys, man. So right now I'm just giving you the gauntlets and the gloves, you know what I mean? So basically, Kelly McEnany is fine with her fine ass. She's she's exposing the media as well. She's out there just bringing this out to the light because they're already claiming that there was no fraud in Detroit, which is bullshit because nobody else said that. So they're trying to put these little ripples in the ponds and shit. Stefan says, "Yep, I am watching Fox News and more and more examples of voter fraud are being found." Yep, exactly. Now, before I move on, I just want to say, fellow rebellion brothers, we have two. I'm at 2,008 subs, and I just have to say, I lost one from yesterday, and that's just another fact by dust. You know that we're about quality, not quantity. So let's move on with that. Just wanted to put that out there and watch the numbers. What I'm telling you, as the truth is told, truth hurts, motherfuckers. I smoke cigarettes, right? And just because I cough once in a while, that's called a smoker's cough. On top of that, yesterday on a live, I was talking and I was a little drunk, but you know what I mean? I'm talking and saliva went down the wrong windpipe. So I was coughing and this motherfucker want to come and just say, "Oh, that sounds like coke." I mean, it gets to a point that you know I will not tolerate. In this program, the boxing, I don't care, but in this program here, I will not tolerate that shit. I will kick it the fuck off my channel, not the show, my fucking channel, because this shit here is life or death. This is not a joke here on this platform, politics with vulgarity. Okay, I will fucking shove you back into your mother's fallopian tubes, bro. Virtually, well, I'm not playing here. So let's get down to the business. Piece of my man Charlie LeBron, no doubt, will be going to the MAGA march. Now, you guys know that they're making a list on us, right? Yeah, the list of Trump supporters. Now, I'm not sure if you guys have heard of this yet, but those that have heard of this, I'm more than sure that they know more or less what I'm talking about. But if you haven't, well, allow me to tell you exactly what's going on because you too will be on that list. If you are doing what I'm doing, or anyone like Steven Crowder, or the conservative twins, or people who are speaking the truth, as well as innocent civilians, because you're a voter. And if you decided to use your right to vote for Trump, I mean, and it's funny on how they're swearing in front of you and everyone else that, oh no, we're not dangerous. We're not dangerous. It's the right, really. So then why is it that you don't hear this shit from the right talking about they're going to make a list of Biden supporters? So let me give you the names of these people. And there's one that's an obvious name that we hear every day. Now, Jennifer Rubin, she wants a list of Trump supporters and basically innocent civilians, bystanders, everyday Americans, even immigrants who have, become, American citizens, and use their right and exercise their right to vote. And they're targeted. You want a list of these people for what? For what? For what? So we're all targets now individually because we voted for Trump. And remember these names now because it's crazy. It's crazy. I heard many people mentioning this, especially Dan Bongino, and I'm basically the recap to everything that you can't capture from these funnels of information that's coming down. Stefan says, funny. They said to board up all the shops because if Trump lost, his people would go crazy and nothing happened. It's the left that burns too. Yup, exactly. Now check this out, guys. The next one is Harvey Saringan, whatever the fuck. He it's no Saringian. There we go. Hari Saringian. Now he threatens to act upon those who have Trump supporters in their employment. even in your workplace. He wants to advocate. He wants to pass this. He wants to hold employers. He wants to hold them accountable for having Trump supporters under his employment. So that means you will not be able to fucking, let's say if you're a Trump supporter, or you just happen to switch, they wouldn't want your fucking boss having you there because of your choice. What's going on, Tony Reviews? No doubt, welcome, brother. And the last one is dangerous. As dumb as the bitch is, she's dangerous because of her power. And it's AOC because she can make the list happen. She can make this list happen because of her power. What's up, Tony Boswell? Welcome, bro. Welcome to the Rebel Alliance. Now, there are two ways that you can be affected by this. That list could possibly be an elimination in some way or some type of trouble or IRS or something hardship, something, you know. And then you have the fact that they can dox you. And we all know what doxing can do to your life, especially from those in the deep state, right? Think about this. Think about this really, 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 really good. Now, you let's take a look at immigration. Why do you think the left weaponized immigration? Why do you think they weaponized immigration? See, immigration is the needs and wants, right? Of the of the person that's and then you've got people who look at immigration in a totally different way, manipulate it, and use it today. And the reason why they do that is it's because they want to basically remake it in their own image. They want to take immigration of what immigration really is, and they want to remake it in their own image to burn down the country for a one party state. Does that sound familiar to you when I say a one party state? Come on, guys. Does that sound familiar to you? A one party state. Now, what? It's not united. I mean, you got Biden talking about uniting, right? One party state. What do you think, guys? Stand WO, man. It's the NWO. And the propaganda of the press, that's basically who they are. The left is the press. The left is the press. Now, this is going to be real good. And pay attention instead of trying to add on or just try to go neck and neck with me because it's not about that. Pay close attention to what I'm about to say because a lot of people just don't. And even if you do, still pay attention. Now, the difference between the left and the right, and I'm speaking of the left's many coup attempts towards the president of the United States, you, our freedoms, trying to take it away. Please pay close attention to this. Here are the differences. You had the left coming with the Russian collusion, the Ukraine collusion, the $750 tax fraud, the riots, the racism claims, the Kavanaugh rape claims, and many more, right? And now, since they like to compare, because they know that they are the dirty ones, they are the, so they want to pull the right into, or us into this, right? As to what we're saying now, as to what we're fighting for. But the thing is that we have a lot of, and it's not even claim, we have a lot of actual, let me get into it. So we're actually saying that there's voter fraud. We're actually saying that there's ballot harvesting. We're actually saying that there's COVID deaths by city and state leaders of the Democratic state of the Democratic side. That's coming from them in order to keep their pandemic abroad. And let's not forget the Biden/Chiden scandal. Now, here's the difference. Coming from the left, saying that Trump this, Trump that, we're this, we're that, all that was fabricated and it was shown. As to what I just finished naming, from the right, we have actual evidence. See the difference there? There's been many coup attempts, not just one, many, just to take our freedoms. What's up, Change with Ice? What's going on, my brother? Welcome to the Rebel Alliance. Right? Now you got the news media versus social media news, right? Now the difference is the news media is propaganda. There's propaganda specialists, and it's all Democratic, with some Republicans in there, but they're rhinos, turncoats, Mitt Romney's eunuchs, right? Like some say. Then you got the social media news, which is honest, no truth left out, and only gives the lies, but when they're being exposed and broken down. And I advise y'all, if y'all like 6 o'clock news and stuff like that, these guys come on like every 3 minutes here on YouTube. Go check out OAN. OAN. Go check out that network. They come down with the facts. Get to know them. You know, they keep you up to date. They come on here on YouTube every 3 minutes. Now, of course, if you guys missed it, Whoopi Goldberg had dared to attack Trump voters or those that are on this side, and basically she lashed out and said and asked us one question, and that question was, "How dare you question outcome?" Now, what this stupid fucking dumb whoopee cushion with braids doesn't understand is that there are open investigations. It was the media that fucking called it, and you have to wait till December. So you need to shut the fuck up because I'm about to get into CNN's ass too. Charlie says she looks like the Predator. No doubt, Tony. I agree with you. I totally agree with you, Tony. And no doubt, Charlie. Charlie said. So use your knees, Tony. I'm just fucking with you, brother. Be careful out there. So see a hard work doing his thing. So she asks us how dare you question the outcome, but yet what outcome? What outcome? There are investigations of fraud open. 234 affidavits come and these are coming from different. Actually, the 234 is coming only from what, Georgia, what I just read? And there are many others, especially coming from the post offices and shit, the workers that are coming out saying they're frauds. Rudy Giuliani pointed out that those ballots were supposed to be in sealed crates with guards. There were none. And they were in fucking cardboard boxes. Not only that, he pointed out and showed the document that Joe Louis voted twice, and Will Smith's father, who's been passed, voted twice. And we made a big joke about it yesterday, and I'm gonna do it again because it's funny. Because now the fucking Walking Dead cast, from the movies all the way up that down to fucking the Dawn of the Dead and shit. Like, really? We've got fucking dead people voting now. Ain't that amazing? Elvis, Michael Jackson, Tupac, Biggie, right? Anybody you could think of is voting, bro. I guarantee you. They're using everybody. Leonard Nimoy, fucking cat, Dr. Spock. Well, yeah, I'm not a Trekkie. So I don't understand how she's gonna ask a stupid question like that. And once again, I'm gonna say, "What's up, Mike D?" Once again, I'm gonna say it. Fuck the View. The View, a bunch of fucking. These are women who have problems in their marriages, in their homes, and don't know how to fucking be wives. Okay, they sit up there and they try to. That's why they hate my life. But, listen. Let me tell each and every one of you fucking dumb bitches up there in the View. Y'all like to talk about. Let's talk about Melania Trump, our first lady, the best first lady ever. You know why? This first lady outclasses and outclasses, but first of all, is much more intelligent than any of the fucking first ladies we've ever had. Most of the first ladies that were, that we had were fucking homemakers. That's how they had the image. What was fucking Michelle Obama? A fucking fashionista. Oh, look at her dress. Oh, look at her hair. Oh, yay. They trying to, fucking Joe Biden's wife looks, they're not even paying attention to her, and she looks like a homemaker as well. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying, there's nothing great about that. Melania Trump, our first lady, she speaks 5 languages with no problems and many other credentials. But that alone right there, and I don't want to get into the obvious as to being the most beautiful, the most beautiful first lady we've ever had, besides having brains and being beautiful. Congratulations, Mr. President. So now you have AG Barr, Attorney General Barr. Oh, and before I get into this, if you guys know who Trey Gowdy is, Trey Gowdy is now part of Trump's legal team. It's a wrap. Yeah. Giuliani, Gowdy. Another 48 ballots. That just sounds like a movie. But yo, that's a dream team right there. Anyway, yeah, fuck you guys. Yeah, right? Fuck them. Right, guys? Fuck them. You wanted to fuck with the rebellion? You got the rebellion. Now you have Trey Gowdy on Trump's legal team. Do you know who Trey Gowdy was? Of course you know who Trey Gowdy was. You know who Trey Gowdy is, man. So now you got Trey Gowdy and Rudy Giuliani. It's a wrap. Now, AG Barr, he authorizes a full investigation into voter integrity issues. Okay? And now that he said that, it's official. Now, this is why I also just finished breaking that down to you. Yep, it's going to be a ride, Charlie, no doubt. So CNN says Trump continues to not concede to Biden. How much longer, Trump? Now, this is the reason why. Because AG Barr just authorized a full investigation into voter integrity issues. So if that happens, which is happening, which is we can't he can't say, okay, I lost. No, 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 no. And this is why Whoopi should shut her fucking mouth. You are just a fucking horse mane fucking wearing talking shit. You're supposed to be talking about entertainment and talking politics. Shut the fuck up and just let everything just be. You do your job there and let these people. And yes, it's the View. Okay, you want to speak politics because it's part of the View. Okay, I get it. But you're one sided. Shut the fuck up. So this is exactly why he's not to concede, because there are many things open now as to fraud. Many investigations now. Got lawsuits, and this all has to be done by December 12th. Carlos Mendoza just subscribed to Star Wars Dad. No doubt, I'm on the show. He appreciate that. Appreciate that, Carlos. No doubt. Support. So this is exactly why Trump is not conceding, but these people don't. But meanwhile, Dominion deleted 2.7 million Trump votes nationwide. And the data analysis finds 221,000 Pennsylvania votes switched from President Trump to Biden. 941,000 Trump votes deleted. The states using Dominion voting systems. These are the glitches that they want to talk about. Mike D says the media thinks they run the country. They're out of their minds. Exactly. Exactly, brother. It's ridiculous. And I just gave you the numbers. I'll repeat it again. Dominion deleted 2.7 million Trump votes nationwide. Data analysis finds 221,000 Pennsylvania votes switched from President Trump to Biden. 941,000 Trump votes deleted states voting Dominion voting systems. Okay? Those are some numbers. Those are some fucking numbers. When you have the president, and this is why Trump needs to use another platform. President Trump needs to use another platform besides Twitter. And he needs to go to Parler. If he went to Parler, he can definitely not be censored there. He has to go to Parler. Ah, good old brisk iced tea. Got to get away from Twitter. And what's funny is that everybody says this about Twitter. Fuck Twitter this, fuck that. Get the fuck off Twitter. I'm switching to Parler. I'm waiting for this Facebook ban that I have that's on me. I think I got a couple of more days or some shit like that. Once I'm able to, use the functions, I'm just gonna block that shit. I'm taking that shit down. I don't care how many years I was on there. I don't care how many. Fuck them. Most of them photos are backed up anyway. So fuck them. Not encouraging you, but yeah, you should do it. Um, so when you have Trump giving information like this, where he says Dominion attempted to alter our election and got caught. It's nothing but pure facts, guys. Nothing but pure facts. Carlos says, uh, is no one gonna explain how YouTube crashed for an hour during this election? Yep. That's another thing. And not only that, Carlos, that and that's awesome that you mentioned that because it also brings up this fact as well. How is it that they had to stop counting and then overnight when you woke up and saw the map? This glitch, because they're speaking of a glitch. The numbers that I just gave you, that's only in one state, or in a couple of states. Think about this. Also lines up with what you're saying. A lot of things went on in that hour. So I guess that no one is someone, which is you, and that's a good thing I say, because you asked, is anyone going to explain it? You just did. You know what I'm saying, brother? Good job. A lot happened in that hour. What's up, OG Boogie? A lot happened in that hour. I'm going to be giving out the link. So whoever wants to join me up on here, you're more than welcome to. And like I said, this is a different platform. This is really adult, not playing around. So if you get up here, we're speaking politics, nothing else. Mikey says people are saying they hate the establishment, but Biden, 47 years, nothing accomplished. Exactly, right? And I feel you, brother, because if they're gonna hate the establishment, they should have hated it 47 years ago when this motherfucker did nothing. Absolutely correct, Mike. And I just don't understand it. I don't understand how these motherfuckers feel like shit needs to be filtered out to them when they can filter shit out themselves. Let's see. Let's go. All right, we got my brother Jay Dill on the stream. What's going on, my brother Jay?
Man, just working, bro.
I
Working on this, working at this election, man.
Yep, no doubt, brother, man. I'm happy you're here, man. You know, it's a big number, man. It's a big number. I'm not sure if you were listening in, on this earlier, but they deleted 2.7 million Trump votes nationwide, brother. And the data,
Okay,
yeah,
okay. So can I say something since I'm working at
yeah,
a elections operations center
of course,
warehouse?
brother. Go ahead.
All right, when it comes to the ballots, right?
Yeah,
Whether they have a scan it or whether they have verified signatures
yeah,
or even the envelopes or remake ballots and stuff like that.
yeah,
The the only time we can remake ballots is when it's kind of torn up pretty badly and stuff, and we try to fix it with tape and stuff like that,
yeah,
and so just scan it.
yeah.
But if anybody's filling in anything with circles that are blank and stuff like that, that's illegal.
Right.
Some people actually do that.
Mm,
Now, if some things have the ambiguous marks, kind of shaded a little bit outside the line of circles or something like that, and they ain't gonna scan, or the judge forgot to put his initials on that box or something like that.
yes.
Okay, now that's a little tricky.
Right.
So you're not supposed to put your initials. You weren't a judge, but I've seen some supervisors
Mm,
because they got to match the tape of that judge. Do
mm,
that
yeah.
to match the numbers of what that judge has, and that should be. But they admitted that vote shouldn't have counted,
Mm,
or that ballot shouldn't be accepted. Meaning the judge messed that up, messed that ballot up by not putting his initial in there.
right.
But that count was counted. Or with signatures, right?
Mm,
Which is the most boringest job most people can have. Meaning you could fall asleep up in there trying to verify 80, 90 to hundreds of thousands of signatures per day.
right.
And you got two people next to you saying yes or no, and y'all got to come to agreement either to challenge it or say it's a mismatch or saying we really don't know, but we're going to give it a go.
Right.
I hate that part right there.
Mm.
We because sometimes I'll be like, man, if we really don't know, we shouldn't accept it. You know,
Right, right. So you're telling me that you've seen something going on, and you're
yeah.
and you're in agreement with basically they're trying to
Oh,
basically,
Dominion. I want to tell you another thing.
right,
I first heard about Dominion 3 weeks ago from a worker because I was like, it's this other department they had me in where um they have you do this app and you got to put these files in there, right?
right,
And the last day before the elections, um, a couple days before the election day, they wanted us to put another new file in.
wow,
It took us a while to get those computers out
yeah,
and everything because of the software needed. But I asked these brothers like, how come I'm doing the physical work, but they won't allow me to do the stuff y'all doing? And this brother told me, well, Dominion puts millions and millions of dollars in this county, and they work for Dominion. And I was just like, okay, well, they also work at this warehouse full time.
yeah,
He was like, bro, that's between them and Dominion. And I was just like, that was my first time ever hearing about Dominion. But the servers and all that other stuff, it sucks, bro. It is very glitchable.
mm,
And the things I saw, there was a lot of errors that even some of the technicians complained about.
right,
And after a while, we were able to get everything out there. But I'm not surprised through the scanners because that's glitchable too.
Hmm.
And those servers on those computers because of that software and the files that because that the minion could have influenced some votes. I'll tell you something else. Even though I didn't work at the warehouse, the mother years, I remember a election that I was doing, and it was local, where they constantly had this name on this side of the county as a registered active voter,
Right.
but one of their sons had to tell me that they've been dead for 2 years. And they
Right.
need to take the name off of there.
Mm.
And I was just like, wow. And then the more you do this, you realize there's a lot of dead people that are still known as registered active voters in the system.
Right.
And I think that needs to be looked upon a lot more. And it'll put a lot less stress on us workers and stuff.
Right.
But they don't do that. And the toughest part I would say out of that job, other than doing that verified signature stuff,
Yeah.
I think the electronic thing is very flawed. I mean, you could easily hack that stuff,
Yeah.
and the decision making,
Yeah. There are. It's very easy to hack. Very fucking easy.
and
You
then
know?
the decision making on what on casting a ballot or returning a ballot. Half the time, if it's a bunch of blank ballots, why are we casting them?
Mm. Yeah.
And I think that's lazy voting or that's just lazy working. And
Or
they be
or
like,
or
go ahead.
maybe, yeah, or maybe what's going on now where they're just being bought off or being told that way, because there's also a video of how they teach them how to count the votes and stuff like that and the ballots and shit. So
Yeah.
yeah, they teach them to how to
I
take.
call it shrimp peeling.
Basically, yeah, basically, good name word. That's crazy. I mean, think about it, brother. Think about it. I mean, that's basically what they doing. All right, OG Boogie's on. What's going on, OG?
What up, OG?
What's poppin', y'all?
Chilling, chilling. How you feeling, man? About this deleted, the Dominion deleted 2.7 million Trump votes nationwide, bro.
It need to be a re-election, meaning there need to be another election right now.
Yep.
Well, what is the constitutional act to be able to, if it's ruling by uh, the division of the jurisdiction from, so who does it fall on to make the ruling to be able to? Is it the Senate, the House, the administrative side, or is it the Supreme Court?
Well, I tell you like this. It's the Supreme Court. It's all the way to the top, and they're going to present the case. They have a very, very strong case here, and it's not, this is nationwide. I mean, this is the whole thing, and especially them holding these states, right? That allows Trump to at least go neck and neck with him, and they held him back. So he's won two. He's won North Carolina, Alaska, and he's about to get, I think, Georgia, if I'm not mistaken. Because there was
And
a
that was
lot.
the one that they
Southern,
look.
like,
Remember that day when I think you was doing the election thing. It was the night, and then they said they was closing the polls and all that shit. Well, I
Yeah,
stood up that night.
yeah, because I told you. Remember, I said, "Yo, when you wake up, I guarantee you they're gonna still hold
Yeah,
Trump at
yeah, yeah, yeah.
214, and they're
I
gonna
stood
have this motherfucker at 235 or some shit like that."
I stood up that night on
I
the
remember
hour.
that
Right?
stream. I saw you on that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
you did predict that, Jay.
Thanks, bro.
Look, I stood on that thing and then stood up that night because I was, I'm an insomniac sometimes. So anyway, I motherfucking on the hour, every hour, I was taking picture of the Google shit, of that Google bullshit. I was like, wow, look at this shit. They said they closed the polls, but yet, okay, I'll give it 2 hours for California to catch up. Okay. Boom. Next thing you know, I was like, damn, it kept on scoring, kept on scoring, kept on inching until okay, Joe Biden's now winning. I was like, what the
Well,
fuck?
but why
And by
did it
the
stop at 214? Is what I want to know. Like, for instance, Biden could it be like 82% in, and Biden be up like, let's
dude,
say,
no,
uh,
listen, bro. Listen.
8,000
I don't mean to cut you off, but hold up. It, I saw at around 2 o'clock, Biden, they put him as the winner of motherfucking Arizona, and it was only 50% of the votes.
Yeah, I'm going, and that's where I'm going with this. Like, Trump could have the same amount of a lead in North Carolina, and he don't get North Carolina, and it's already 88 to 90% votes in.
And not
And
only
I'm just like,
and not only that, look, he had him at least by 200,000 to 300,000 fucking
Yeah,
votes, right? And they're supposed to call it because that's too much for the opposing candidate to catch up with, bro. That's the whole point of this. That
just like in Wisconsin, he was up like what 270,000
yep,
votes.
how
yep,
Then
can
all
you
of a
have more
sudden,
votes? There is registration.
bro, he broke records, bro. He broke everybody that ever voted any president that has ever been voted for his record, bro.
But how do you have more votes than was registered in a
Oh
state?
yeah, yeah, I see what you're saying exactly. And not only that, you know what else doesn't even out? When you go through the percentile, right? Of let's just say if you want to break it down, the demographics of old people.
Hmm.
You mean to tell me that 71 million old people out of
And,
71 million old people, there are what? 13,000 people that are like what? 90 years old? Not
hey,
even 13
but
million, should I say? I'm sorry, 13 million. So there's 13 million old people that are that are that are living. Think about this: 90-year-old, 13 million in every race. That's impossible,
yeah, I agree.
and that's the
But at the
percentile
same
of the vote.
time,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
but at the same time, most of your voters and usually these elections are old people. But at the same time, I agree with you. 13 million?
Exactly.
yeah,
No.
and it was funny. My mom and dad are Democrats, right?
Right,
And they voted Republican.
bro. There were so many people, especially coming from the hashtag Walk Away campaign, bro. You know what I mean? There were many. There were some liberals, some Democrats, even moderates, bro. I mean, yo, people knew what's good because it was better. The economy was booming. That was the number one thing too. That if the economy was booming, imagine the healthcare he was bringing because he already was talking about healthcare. It's just he did a phenomenal thing. He was for us, bro, and people thought JFK was. And I'm not taking nothing away from JFK, but I'm just saying Trump Trump has done basically what we've asked for, and America knows it, and even other countries know it because other countries, if you let them, and if they were able to vote here, if it was like that, I'm telling you, this whole thing is in the balance, and other countries' economic system, everything is all leaning on the balance of this here. This is not some regular, you know,
Hey,
let's
you
yeah,
Jedi, you see my little memes?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What it represents is United States all in pieces right now.
Mm. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Yeah,
man,
man.
I got people from my job who were in the what do you call it, the Navy and everything,
Yeah,
and just union workers, and they talking about they do not want Biden in that presidency because it's overseas jobs. You're going to lose even more in these unions, and we need these jobs back. And also, Trump really got this minority project where he's going to expand jobs for the minorities and future inventions and stuff like that.
right.
And and that will create skills for the minorities for the future, rather than these basic, watered down vocational training school things
Yeah,
that is
look, you got to look at the plan, right? When big businesses left, the reason why they went to India and all these other places. Now look at most of the Indians that's over there that comes
that's
over
what yeah,
to
exactly.
the United States. Motherfuckers already got masters, PhDs, and shit like that,
Right.
and
Right.
and because they're getting the free education because they make a lower pay over there, and yet Trump is trying to bring all the businesses back over here. Yeah, okay, you got to give them a little bit of tax break because you have to even the playing field on the taxes on it. But people don't understand that. They look in the narrative. Oh, he's doing it for the big guy. No, in his office, how long? If you look while he was in office for the past 3 years, have you been making more money?
I'll put it like this: that thing that a lot of people are moaning about with the Affordable Care Act. I appreciate that Trump took out the penalties of that.
Yeah, because Obama and Biden pushed for this shit, and when he took office, he took that shit out because motherfuckers don't understand. They forgot when you was under the Obama bullshit care shit, and you didn't have a fucking thing. You had to pay $675 fucking dollars
Yep.
a fee, a penalty fee.
Yep. If you didn't take it, that's your socialism. That was the beginning of it. That was the finger in the ass of America right before he worked his hand straight up. And you got fucking CNN, the Communist News Network, saying that that Trump continues to not concede to Biden. How much longer, Trump? But as I announced, AG Barr, Attorney General Barr,
Yeah,
authorizing a full investigation into the integrity, into the voter integrity issues. That's why there's no conceding here because it's still open.
yeah.
It's
See,
still open.
people don't understand the legal process right now because he have the authority to do so. He's using it under the Constitution. Okay, what he's doing is exercising his right as a person that's in a electoral uh,
Candidate.
um,
Yeah.
candidate,
Yeah.
and he exercised. That's why you have lawyers, you have government lawyers, you have all those lawyers there because they want to make sure that the proceedings is proper. They don't want to fucking have fraudulent claims and then like what happened to Gore and Bush because they did that shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So they don't want that, and the proper way to handle it because technically they have to handle it before December. The fiscal, even though we're in the fiscal year, the new fiscal year, um, you got to handle it before that next year comes because even though they have, I don't know the full term that they have to allow it to go on, if
Right.
they're gonna have a full count recount or if they're gonna do their legal matters.
Mm.
I got one thing I want to share with you guys. I've been looking at all these different counties in Chicago, and especially with the mail-in ballots, you could at least say 39% or 41% in a Democratic state, Illinois, that Trump was voted yes as being president compared to Joe Biden. So all these mail-in ballots in these other states that got a high rate for all Biden, that don't make no sense and that don't balance things out compared to the state that I'm in that's fully Democratic. But even Trump in these counties are pulling 39 to 41% at least. That's saying something, bro. You get what I'm saying? Or is anybody there? Can
Yeah, I'm here,
anybody?
bro.
Yeah, I'm basically saying that when they
My
said
bad,
like all
my bad, my bad. My shit was on mute. And while I was on mute, I was like, "Yeah, I hear you. I hear you exactly. Very well. My bad. Yeah, nah, I hear you, bro. You're absolutely correct, man.
I
Shit.
mean, I'm looking at these posters saying yes or no
Yeah,
on Trump and them, and I'm like, okay, and I'm counting in my head thousands of ballots, and I was like, this man at least got 40% of the vote in Illinois and mail-ins, but how come um these other states I'm hearing that it's all Biden? Like
yeah,
that don't make no sense.
yeah. It don't. All of them aren't for Biden. I mean, look, if you really want to look at this logically, if you really need, like, if you want to look at it just in a more simple way, just look at the rally turnouts. Go to YouTube or any social media platform where you can, where they show you the visuals of these two gentlemen's, rallies, and you'll see the difference.
Well,
Call her.
they
Call
hardly
her.
showed
It's okay.
Biden's.
No, no, no. They showed Biden's. It's just there
They
was nothing.
did.
Yeah, it was
Biden
just
did a video where he said he don't expect to win Georgia.
exactly. Hold on for a second. I want to show you guys something. Um, I gotta fix this though. I gotta fix this though. Hold on. Okay, I want to show you
Okay,
guys. I want you guys to listen to this. Okay,
go
listen,
ahead.
listen to this.
I'm online, Jedi.
This morning. It's easier
Hey,
to be a dad.
hold on. What's up, Mala? What's going on? Everybody, welcome, Mala. My bad, Mala.
How's it
What's
going,
What
going
man?
up,
on?
Mata?
Chilling,
What's
man.
up? What's up? What's up?
After this, I want Marla to tell us exactly what happened, if you don't mind. You need to,
Yep.
so this is your platform, no doubt. So let's listen to this. This is Van Jones crying because the media decided, and these guys are so ridiculous because you could take this two ways, which I think you should take it both and put it in one, which is a middle finger and shove it up their own ass because what they're doing is they're fake crying, but at the same time, they're trying to make it seem like we're finally free from Trump's grasps, and Joe Biden's the greatest thing since porn. Watch. I mean, listen.
It's easier to be a parent this
Can you
morning.
hear it?
It's easier to be a
Yeah.
dad.
Okay.
It's easier to tell your kids character matters. It matters. Telling the truth matters. Being a good person matters. And it's easier for a whole lot of people.
Okay. There's more to it. But first of all, he said being a good person matters. This is coming from a gentleman from the left. This is coming from a man who race baits every time he says something, especially now. Character matters. Really? If character matters, then why have you been racist? Why have you backed up this Antifa, BLM? You know, okay, let's continue.
Vindication for a lot of people who have really
Vindication for a lot of people, but yet your side, your rioters killed a Trump supporter. Let's continue.
suffered. You know, the I can't breathe. You know, that
Now I can't breathe. Okay,
wasn't just George Floyd. That was a lot.
George Floyd, who was found with methamphetamine in his system, which was already given by the coroner, which the knee does not, and I repeat, does not fully take the blame, but it's part of it. And yes, there should be more policing and more correction on that. But now that that's out the way, let's talk about the methamphetamine, which is the big elephant in the room, which I'm only going to, and I'll give you the floor, gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? Going to, fucking face here because this is a bunch of bullshit what this man is doing here. And these are basically hits, the Breonna case, Taylor. All of these little spurts that they've been doing, it's all to fit into the racist narratives. And this is exactly what's going on. Listen closely now.
A lot of people have felt they couldn't breathe.
Wow. Oh.
Okay. And then you've got the other side, which is the entertainment side, which is the side that is going to feed the false information and placate to those that, follow by the millions. So this is why there's a huge brainwash, and only those millions, which is only a few compared to the big millions of the regular Joe, which is us, the regular folk, which is us, the hardworking people, right? which is your right. So you gotta understand. Listen to this bullshit. Oh, powerful. Watch.
Moment from CNN contributor Van Jones, moments after Joe Biden was named president-elect.
Really, after he was named president-elect by the media, which does not call an election. Let's continue.
Kamala Harris, vice president-elect. Powerful moment, right? Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who starred on Veep, celebrated on Instagram, writing, "Madam Vice President, no longer a fictional character."
Okay, and they even try to make it about Kamala Harris about being the first being the first vice president, madam, and especially with color, right? Color, that's the most important part there. But meanwhile, if you're living in reality like us, you would know that even Kamala Harris's father has disowned her because she's lying about her own heritage and her own race and her own background. And we're supposed to believe this shit. Just like they fed everybody here that Obama was the first black president when the man is white and Turkish.
Oh, and if you don't vote for Biden, you ain't black.
And if you don't vote for Biden, they're gonna put you in them chains. That's exactly what he said. Right? But Trump is racist, and Trump hasn't even said a damn thing about chains, hasn't lied about his race, hasn't used any of this shit. I mean, man, listen. It's been reported. 2.7 million Trump votes nationwide, Dominion had deleted. And not only that, data analysis find 221,000 Pennsylvania votes switched from President Trump to Biden. And
that changes the state, man.
Now, hold on, there's more. President 941,000 Trump votes deleted states using Dominion voting systems. So the Dominion voting systems deleted 941,000 Trump votes.
See, they try to put this new algorithm at the last minute when everybody was ready to pack out where I was at. And everybody was like, this is not normal. That's why I kept hearing. So
exactly. And now, my man Mala, no doubt, the floor is yours. Tell them exactly what they've done to you because you were telling the truth. Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, I went on Jedi's channel and I just left a comment. I said America's being run by Black Lives Matter and communists, and I got my channel taken down within 30 minutes.
See that? See that shit?
wow.
You know, that shit is crazy. Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, I just sent you something on an email, bro.
He'll be back.
Was it?
No, I'm here.
Oh,
I'm
you're
here.
talking to Jedi?
Yeah, I'm here. I hit the wrong thing. I just wanted to hit the layout there because that's our flag there. And I'm gonna go check. I'm gonna go check exactly what OG sent me.
Yeah, they're silencing people, man.
Jay, I want to tell you something.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
I ain't gonna lie. At my job, you know, even though we supposed to not talk about our political views,
Yeah.
when they found out that I was a supporter of Trump, they give me some of the most evil looks. I mean, defending Trump is like defending Christ, man. Like,
yeah,
it's just that everybody kept on coming to me from different accents, like, why, why? And I was like, it's nothing personal. It's not about feelings. Yeah, Trump sometimes say things that makes it hard for me to defend him. But one thing I will say, I vote with about policy and legislation. His policy and his legislation fits my interests, my morals, and my values. So
that's what you're supposed to vote with. Those are the first things you're supposed to vote with. You never vote with emotion like the left because the left is emotional. We all know this.
Yeah, and when I told them that, they try to deflect and switch it. Well, he racist then. Then I said, well, what about Biden? what he says. You mean to tell me I'm going to vote for someone who says if I don't vote for him, I ain't black? That's like some slave master mentality.
Exactly, and
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 that's not
especially,
only that. Biden said a lot of shit while he was in as a senator.
yeah,
In
yep.
1984, they got him on tape talking about black people, calling them the N word.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you what. Let me play something here that my man OG just gave me. And let me tell you guys something. I'm gonna say it ahead of time. It's been nice knowing y'all. This channel's always been there for y'all, just in case they shut this shit down because the truth is true, and they've been doing it. And just keep looking for me on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? And just keep passing me around because I'm not sure. I don't know how to open up a new email account and shit to open up a new channel. It would be hard for me to do because I don't know how to do that shit. Excuse me. All right, so yeah,
I'm
so
just the way you did it. It was funny.
yeah, I had a burp. I mean, I really don't give a fuck if they're gonna take this channel down. It's all good. Everybody knows who the fuck I am. But all right. So this has to be shown. All right. So let me just take it here and all right. Hold on. Let's see.
You don't have to show it. Just let it. Just
Let it rip, man.
let it rip. Shady
I'm
Chip.
saying, I'm saying, hold on. But is it?
No, no videos. There's no videos. It's just them talking.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
listen to what they gonna say because
Okay.
it's gonna fuck your world up.
Okay, see now and this could be the video that I was talking about earlier because they showing it's like a video you hear the woman telling them exactly how where to put which ballot in that ballot. I'm not sure if this is it, but yeah, ladies
Yeah,
and
that's
gentlemen.
it. That's
Yes.
it.
All right, this is an OG Boogie original. That's right. They're fucking up the elections. Directed by OG Boogie. Now I'm just playing. Let's get it. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Your chairperson can issue him one.
Wait, I gotta rewind that. We gotta rewind that. Hold on, guys. Hold on. This shit was that shit was hot. Hold on. Ready? Wait. Let me. Hold on. This shit is epic. All right, ready? Tonight on hashtag come back to boxing. Tonight. Oh, one more time. That shit is hot. Said I love it. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I gotta find that shit is hot. Tonight on late night boxing talk. Your mother gets fisted. Yeah. That's
Oh
hot.
my
All right.
God, man.
Can issue him what type of ballot? A provisional envelope. Why? Where's it going? Not in the tabulator. It's going in that envelope, right? We have how many days? 6. So what is the Department of Elections going to do with it? Destroy it.
That is illegal training.
Oh, it gets deeper.
Challengers and poll watchers. They have to wear a mask and they have to stay 6 feet. That's important because they can come behind your table. But if you don't have 6 feet, they can't come back there. Anywhere. 60 back on his really good vision. It's 50 actually. Exactly. If they got really good vision, or they brought their binoculars. 6 feet. That's the rule, right? You are entitled to your 6 feet. Is that common? I mean, can we expect that? Yep, there's a coming. They're coming. I don't know if they're coming to every precinct, but they're coming to many of them in the city. Yes, we have already got word. The state has already said they're coming. And the basic thing they're going to challenge is what? Absentee ballot. That is correct.
What if they're like challenging and they start yelling and kind of making it seem
911. They got standards. They got conduct standards. They make a scene, get them up out of there. The police are.
Exactly, they really big neck.
Exactly. If they got really, or they were not this. 911. They make the scene, get them up out of there. The police are.
As you can hear it, people, call 911 to get those boat watchers out of there.
And if they don't use their binoculars, they sure the fuck aren't getting in.
But they teach you if you got your badge or they got an ID in it and it's credible, everything else is game.
Well, there was numerous states that you got to also understand that they don't allow the poll watchers to be near the vicinity because technically they're ordered by the state the state attorney to be able to witness the process.
All right, here we go.
2003, and you cover it with what kind of tape? Post-it. The post-it tape. But this time, you're gonna put it in a secrecy sleeve, and Mr. Starks is gonna go vote as normal. So his ballot is going through what? The tabulator.
This will never happen again. Unless maybe in a recount. Step 3. Allow anyone with an easy forged piece of paper to vote.
Page 15. All right. Page 15 is an example of a new voter registration receipt. In Michigan, what can we do now as new voters? We can register to vote up and through election day. The computer system, the electronic poll book program is downloaded on Saturday before election day. It is not a live feed. So if someone registers on Sunday or Monday, they're not going to be in your computer, but they should have a receipt.
Damn, they must have shut him down. Shut him down. Shut him down.
What's up? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, we can hear you.
What's Jedi up to? He's on mute.
Yep, he sure is on mute.
Yeah, I'm just letting everybody hear this.
I hear nothing.
Yeah, I'm not hearing anything.
Tell you to
Can you hear?
as a challenge voter. The second receipt will tell you to process him as a regular voter. They might have either.
Hold on. I gotta bring that back a little. Hold on. All right.
Have is to process him as a challenge voter. Everybody highlight that. Then below that it says note to election inspector. Highlight that because those are going to be the directions on how you process his ballot. The one down below says process him as a regular voter, a regular ballot. Highlight that. So there are two separate types of receipts. The first receipt is going to tell you to process him as a challenge voter. The second receipt will tell you to process him as a regular voter. They might have either one.
All right, so you heard that, right?
That is illegal.
Yep, exactly. Break it down.
They don't teach that. They don't teach that election.
You break it down, brother.
That's a felony. That's just straight corruption. Because how could you challenge a voter when they're not even registered, and then you say they're a regular voter when they just became a new voter? You know, that's just whoever's background. I hear me. I hear myself echoing a lot.
Fucking crazy.
I think I
All
got
I know is this.
my mic
All I know
muted.
is this, bro. Was she teaching? She need to go to jail for 10 years, man.
Actually, it's a federal offense for a federal employee or person in that responsibility in that regard. They will get maximum 15 years, $400,000 fine.
Yeah, they need to find out who that person is, because whoever wins this election, she need to go to jail for real, because they don't teach that type of training where I'm at. And trust me, if you even train like that, you go to jail.
Yeah. All right. Let me introduce Mr. First of all, Jay Bruce, welcome. And Mr. George Duran, introduce yourself. Hold on, let me unmute you here. Thank you for giving me the respect, brother. Go ahead, brother.
What's going on, y'all?
All right. What's going on, Jay Blues?
How you doing? You actually know me as Electro Jet.
Oh, what's up, Electro Jet? What's going on, brother?
What's up, brother?
All right, man. We're just here, man. Welcome to the Rebel Alliance, man. So tell us, man, how you feel about this voting? Do you really feel like there's voter fraud, or do you feel there isn't? And if you do or you don't, tell us exactly why. Gentlemen, I just want to ask you guys to stay muted. If you have any argument or whatever, just let me ask it. And if you do, then whoever wants to retort or whatever. I mean, it's not a debate or nothing. It's just so we can more or less gain each other's respective opinions. So go ahead, brother. Go ahead, Electro.
No, well, listen. Historically speaking, there has been, not to the degree that's being said now, but there's always been some sort of mishap going on with elections and voter fraud. If you look back in the 1930s and the 40s, it was rampant, and you could say that the mob had control of a lot of different cities like Chicago and Jersey and so on and so forth, where they controlled the politics going on there. So stuff like that did happen back in the day, but I think we have a lot more control over it now than we did back then. Now, I think it's more like the occasional mistake or miscommunication. Now, I know that you got people that supposedly died, and then all of a sudden they're voting again, and yeah, that happens. But I think they catch it for the most part.
Yeah, absolutely right. Especially with dead people voting, like that's crazy, right? Harvesting ballots and shit. Like, they did the same thing with JFK. Giancana and shit. That's how they got him into office and shit. A lot of people don't know that. They probably know it now, but that's out there, and it's just dangerous. It's very dangerous what's happening now, because imagine it gets to a state where it doesn't get saved. Knowing that a lot of people didn't vote for Biden, knowing that it's statistically and mathematically improbable, like the chaos and the belief in the electoral system is broken. Anybody want to speak on that?
Yep, I wanted to say something. The actual big picture of it, I think there is more corruption this time round than before. It was very interesting when you watch the election happening. I watched it live, and it was very even. And then all of a sudden, you just got the surge of mail-in votes for Democrats. You know what I mean? It's just such a is it a coincidence?
Yep. Yeah. Right. Right.
You know,
and especially like I said before, how it's mathematically and statistically impossible.
Yep. But what I think they're going to do, man.
One state I get, but 3 or 4 states in a row that need to be won, that's questionable.
Right.
And that's where I'm coming from with that. But go ahead, sir.
What I think they're going to do, man, the big picture for them, I think they're going to try and they'll use them as the left control a lot of the media. They will try to shut down any debate about a corrupt election. They'll just try and suppress it all. If you try to talk about it, you're just a sore loser or you're a conspiracy theorist. They'll just try and bury it. And then once Biden gets elected, you watch them go after Trump. They will try and put Trump in prison. Yep. You watch the lawsuits go. They're going to try and destroy him.
Yep.
All right. Can I cut in here real quick?
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
All right. Well, here's the thing about just so everyone understands. I'm not a Republican and I'm not a Democrat. I vote my conscience. I don't vote parties. I have a criteria, and I do my research as far as what politician lies where with what I believe in. So let's understand that.
We can respect that, definitely, because that's basically how we're standing.
But here's the thing, though. Prior to the election, we're talking about months prior to the election, Biden was focusing in on these mail-in ballots. If people, because he's talking about, subjecting yourself to possibly getting sick, so you can do the mail-in ballots. Mail-in ballots have been a thing for years. This is not a new thing. It's just not a thing that people were used to. They didn't expect so many people to vote. Now, on the other side of the spectrum, you had Trump telling people not to do the mail-in ballots. Trump is against the mail-in ballots. He said that it's corrupt, that it has a possibility. He didn't say it was corrupt. It said it had a possibility of being corrupt. And so you have a lot of Republicans that are listening to what Trump said and just came in, which is why he had such a huge influx of votes coming in to the ballots in the voting offices and at the schools and wherever else you voted at. I personally went in to vote, but I had the mask on, gloves on, sanitizer ready to go, telling people back the fuck up. I'm a crazy Puerto Rican, leave me the fuck alone. Anyway, moving on. So moving on. So you can't just think that was crazy that those ballots, that count all of a sudden went from one demographic to another. You got to understand the counting system. They're going to count the ballots that are at the offices first. Those get counted first, and then they're going to count the mail-in ballots and the rest, the absentee ballots and stuff like that, and then the military ballots. So this is why we had that influx of voters or votes for Biden come in. So it wasn't surprising if you have the president saying don't mail in your ballots and come in, and then you have the opponent saying mail in your ballots, don't put yourself at risk. So this is why this situation has happened. But if you look up and just Google it, it's right in front of you.
No, hold on. Now this is where I cut in. All right.
Sure.
Let me. All right. Now, can you explain the evidence that's going on with double signatures, right? Sharpies being used when they're not supposed to, and it actually says it on the ballot. People not using the real ballots, which are watermarked, right? On top of all of this, you have dead people from 1902, and you can Google it and register it, my brother. You could have registered with a different name an identity from 1902 with someone who's dead. You can go to the, and that's exactly what's going on now. I can understand. I can hold on, brother. Hold on. I'll give you a chance, Jay. I got you. You know what I'm saying? We can. I see where you're coming from, and yes, that is true what you're saying. Those ballots did come in, but it's also mathematically impossible and improbable for Joe Biden. And if you look at the turnouts in his rally, going by Trump, who was going by 53,000 to 25,000 per rally, that was 3 times, 4 times a day. You got to understand here. There's a coup going on. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's not. It seems, everybody's waiting for the evidence. And so far, like I said before, I don't know if you was listening earlier, AG Barr, Attorney General Barr, he authorized a full investigation into the voters' integrity issues, which is what's going on now. So when you're using a system, which is the system called Dominion, that deleted 2.7 million Trump votes nationwide, and then you have more data analysis that finds 221,000 Pennsylvania votes switched from President Trump to Biden, and then 941,000 Trump votes deleted by the Dominion voting system, which is coming up now. I can understand what you're saying, but then at the same time, that just debunks everything. And that, my friend, you can Google as well. Go ahead, J. Dill.
Well, I was just gonna say something quick to validate your point. And you got other people using other people's reference numbers with the signatures when it comes to these voting stuff. And how I know is because I constantly have to challenge the signature, and come to find out it's another person's name that they're using on the reference number.
Yeah, and not for nothing, but you work there, right?
Yeah.
Just to solidify what you're saying. Okay, so we're not, we're talking with validation here. Like, this shit right here, it's not even about Trump. It's not even about, it's about Biden. It's about our freedom.
Democracy.
Yes, everything. Like, if you really vote for what you really want and really stand for, you would know that Trump did not inherit no Biden Obama administration economy. He built that up himself, because we were all in a depression under Biden administration. Did anybody forget about that? Because I'm here to remind you. You know what I mean? But here you got numbers growing, you got people and people were starting to feel the surge. But then what happened after that? Right? They sabotaged this. They weaponized a fucking regular flu. I mean, it's ridiculous. Then you have state leaders within cities and governors and mayors who in New York, right, that stuffed people with COVID into old folks' homes, senior citizen homes, in order to keep the pandemic status quo up and to keep its how do you say it's fucking boogeyman image up and shit, to scare us into staying home, right? And then, mind you, these guys are fighting a stimulus package and don't want to work with the people that are actually making it. It's blaming the president, but yeah, you can hear the president talking about, listen, let's make this package. They didn't want to do it, so he was forced to do it. He saved a lot of homes. He saved a lot of jobs. You know what I mean? Now that side is talking. It's ridiculous, guys. Now they're talking about locking all the blue states down again. It's nuts. It's nuts. And the suicide and the death rate and the people checking themselves into doctors and shit, how do you say, psychologists and stuff. I'm telling you, man, it's not even going to be a civil war. It's going to be about sanity. It's going to be about what's right and wrong. I mean,
my wife works for. She's a nurse practitioner. She works at the ward where they have COVID. She takes a test almost every other day, and it ain't as bad as what people saying. and she can't divulge information or say anything about that to me, but she could divulge, that thing is bullshit. And I got a cousin also that's a doctor, and he's telling me, yo, when COVID was coming out and all that shit,
They were saying,
it was saying it's bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's all for their agenda, and you can tell what it is. Listen, I was on my vacation, right? My boy Star was that, and we had to wear mind you, we're in Orlando. We're in the fucking, fucking Universal Studios. You got rides to go on and shit. You got food to eat. You got to walk around. It's fucking hot. You're smelling your own breath with these fucking masks on. Everybody's walking around. You can't even fucking cough because you just finished smoking a cigarette or something. Just like the other night, saliva went down my throat and I coughed. People looked at me like I'm fucking crazy. I had a guy online saying, "Oh, you sound like COVID." I mean, it's fucking ridiculous here. And that's all coming from over there, which is working with over there and over there and over there and trying to take away the rights. And it's ridiculous. And like I said before, these guys just want a fucking one world state, bro. This is what it's all about. This is what it comes down to. This is what it comes down to. They want a how do you say that? A one world fucking a new world order. They want a one
new
party
world order
state.
is what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, they want a one party state. That's how they're starting it off. A one party state. They want more Democrats. They want more Democrats, and they want to get rid of the Republicans. But that's what I'm saying. It's more like the Republicans and everybody that was liberal, moderate, independent, and that saw what's going on, and now even more are flooding this way because of the votes and the way it's mathematically. I'm not saying it's the statistics. What I just gave you right now, and you could Google that statistic, man, from Dominion. It was a mistake. Now they're talking about a glitch and all this stuff, And just like Carlos Mendoza said during the elections, it's funny how that in 1 hour, that glitch that happened with the voting system happened with a lot of other things within that 1 hour. That's why they had to stop the count, and it's ridiculous. It's like deep state. You got to think about it. If you know and you've heard the news say it, if anyone follows the news, if you heard it, if you follow by that, then you got to understand. Then the deep state. It's deep. It's deep. What makes you think it's beyond the rabbit, bro? These guys can do things, and and they want to make a list of all the supporters, bro. You, me, everybody.
You mind if I cut in here for real
Yeah,
quick?
go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
All right, listen, Jedi, my brother. I've been coming to your channel for a while now, and I gotta be completely honest with you.
You do what you got to do.
You know, yeah, I'm gonna blatantly say that I disagree with a lot of stuff you say. I understand where you're coming from with all this stuff, but I need you to understand where I come from as well. Now, again, I don't have a party. I like voting my conscience, and that's that. But I'm also somebody that has been sick for the past 12 to 15 years, and I have been subjected to this stuff, and I have talked to plenty of doctors. I have a pain management doctor that I talk to, and he's very concerned about this. I've had to stop working this entire year because I do not, and I refuse to subject myself to so many people. I used to drive for Uber, right? And I couldn't subject myself. How this virus works, it works on what's already weak in each individual. Okay, and I have scar tissue on my lungs, and I have been told, and I absolutely believe this, is that if you are susceptible and your immune system is weak, you are highly suspect as far as being able to get sick. If I caught COVID, I know 100% for sure I would be on a slab not too long later, not too long after that. So I take this COVID very seriously, and there's a lot of people out there that do as well. Now, I'm not saying it's as bad as they say it is. All right, we'll put it this way. We'll say it's like the flu, but turn the notch up to 11. You know what I mean? It's like the flu, but turned the notch up to 11.
It varies. It wasn't that bad for me, man.
Listen. Yeah, and neither for me.
Now, luckily for me, I didn't catch it. Luckily,
How old are you, bro?
I didn't catch it, but I worry about it, which is why I don't subject myself to a lot of people. I've basically been homebound.
How old are you, my brother?
I'm 55.
Okay, you got me by 4.
I
My
wa- I
dad.
want to. Oh,
My
go ahead.
dad.
Wait, hold on. I want to see where he's getting at. Go ahead, bro.
All right. So now, as far as all the, now, I told you these, like I told you about the voting and how a state can turn as quickly. For example, how quickly Pennsylvania turned. All right, that was due to the to the mail-in ballots being counted after the poll ballots came in. You know, that explains that. That's also the same situation that happened in.
No. Hold on. But I want to know where you disagree with me at.
Oh, where I disagree with you at. Looking, because I've done a lot of research again. It bothered me. I had no problems with Trump up until he said a couple of things and took what do you call it, credit for things that he had nothing to do with. He did inherit a economy that was on the rise, because when Obama left, we had the lowest in history, mind you. We had the lowest unemployment. It was down around 4%. That's in history. It's on the record. All right. So the economy was on the way up. And then that's the one thing he took credit for. And I don't like a president that takes credit for something they didn't do. And I know it takes a season. It takes not a season. It takes at least 4 or 5 years for one president's work to affect the economy. So, and Obama was there for 2 terms.
Right, but no, that's incorrect. That's incorrect. Yeah, but that's incorrect, sir. That's very incorrect. As a matter of fact, what proves it is him breaking the stock market. The stock market was not behind Obama, the Obama administration at that time. At the same time, they broke records as to bringing it higher to 4.5 instead of 4.1. Yes, they brought it up to 4.1, but and then it crashed. Do you remember the depression we went through, sir? You gotta understand that.
Are you talking about when we had that Atomic Tuesday? What was it called? Black Friday or something like that?
No. I'm talking about a depression where we went through that a year and a half, sir. Where stock market crashed, where people lost their jobs, where Obama, yeah, exactly, where Obama sold out the anime, where he made homeowners.
Fannie Mae.
Yeah, Fannie Mae. There we go. You know, he made homeowners. You know, oh yeah, but sign it. Don't worry about it. And what happened? They lost their leases. They had to sell the house.
Oh, you're talking. Yeah, I know exactly what.
All right. So what you're saying, sir, is a bit. It's a bit. You can put it in the category of disinformation. I mean, I can expose everything you're saying. I respect everything you're saying, but you got to understand now what you're saying here is sort of on an emotional side here. I respect you. Yeah, hold on. I respect you, my brother. But now you're talking about you disagreeing with me emotionally when it should be politically, okay? Because now, yeah, go ahead.
I just wanted to say that there's somebody in the chat named
Tony.
Yeah, Tony.
All right, hold on. All right, hold on.
He said he wants a link.
Yeah, I gave him a link. It's in the chat.
Okay.
No. But if is he in the comment in the private chat? No, he's not in the private chat. He got to hit the link. I gave him the link in the.
Yeah, he's in the YouTube chat.
Yeah, I gave him the link in the comment section. Yeah, I put it up again. What's up, Fred Nava? How you doing? Everybody else that joined in. Giuseppe, what's going on, Giuseppe? You know, and I'm not taking apart anything you're saying, but at the same time, you really got to do the research on that, my brother. I mean, look, I
don't take this stuff emotionally. The stuff I told you was based on what I've done for research.
Right. What I'm telling you is research. It's not coming off my head here. It's research.
Well,
It's all research. This is all fact, sir. I'm not coming on YouTube for hits. If you look at me, I don't do any of that. I come on here and if you fact check me, if you was to really do the research like I do, I can fact check you right now with everything you said. And I didn't even have to because you didn't even bring numbers up and I bought you numbers, sir. Okay, I've respected everything you said, but now you're trying to, in a way, disinformation me. No, sir. No. I'm sorry. I respect you, but I can't allow you to try to say that everything I'm saying is disinformation when you're not doing the research and everybody here has done the research. I can send somebody right now to do the research. I can do it right in front of you right now, and it'll tell you everything that I'm pointing out right now, sir. Okay, deleted 2.7 million Trump votes nationwide, which is exactly the statistics you were talking about where the early voting came in and the big surge. No, sir. No. Deleted, okay? And Pennsylvania votes switched from President Trump to Biden. 941,000 Trump votes deleted. That's a big number, sir. There's something going, and this interests your future and your interests. It's not about it's not about Obama. It's not, like I said, it's not about Trump. It's about what they're trying to do with your freedoms, with your money. Okay, they want to take 40% of what you make, making you a modern day detrimental slave. Dude, is this what you're actually saying? Because that was the state of Obama. That's how we were. A lot of people didn't really have jobs under Obama. I mean, you really got to think about it. Yeah, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
It says here, President Obama, when he was in office in 2008, when the market crashed, it was at over 5%. It went down to 4 thing. It went 10 million people was out of jobs. When President Trump came into, it says the unemployment dropped to 3.5% at the end of 2000. And so technically, Trump had a better deficit of unemployment than Obama, and he did it in less time.
But nobody,
you can't. But the thing is, you can't give that to Trump because that's the bleed over from Obama.
No, it's not.
First years,
no, it's not.
A president is not going to affect the economy in 1 year. That is impossible.
No, it's not impossible. That's exactly why he broke the record for that. That's why they were going to give him the Nobel Peace Prize for that and for the peace that he's making right now. And they blew him over because they wanted to give him the finger because they don't like him and the way he acts. Gotta understand.
And people's 401ks increased thanks to him.
I mean,
shit, I made 30,000 after they announced COVID, and then on March, the day when the market went back up, shit, I made 30 G's.
And it's not like we're massaging this man's ego or we're a Trump fan club. It's not even that. It's you got to recognize, even if it came from, even if Obama did this, which he didn't, we would be giving him his props. We can't, people that have lost jobs and have been under, maybe you didn't run into them then, but you're probably running into them now. And it might sound to you or anyone else that, oh, they're just riding the Trump train or something. But every time it's facts and people just don't want to look at that.
Here's my question.
Yeah.
Here's my question though. Like, if let's say we did do 40% of the tax stuff, right? Will we get free healthcare, free education, and all that other stuff, like some of these other countries would do if they were putting that type of bidding in? The answer to that question is heck no, because greed is greed, and that's where I'm trying to come from with that. And that's how these politicians are in this country. And another thing, we need to start talking about Pelosi's family member working for Dominion.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Everybody welcome my man Tony's Reviews. Hey, what's up, bro?
Give me 1 second. Hold on.
All right. Hold on. I want to Tony speak. I want Tony speak, and then I'm gonna let my man Electro Jet speak. Hold on for 1 second.
I gotta get going because it's getting late. I
All
got
right,
work in the morning, but hey, man, Pelosi's family member works for Dominion. Y'all need to rip that. Rip a new butthole about that.
Oh, no doubt, man. As soon as I get more research from that, you know what I mean? Because I want to come correct on here. I want to make sure that I'm, not giving anyone any misinformation out there. You know what I mean?
Because
Tony.
there's a way she could become president.
Oh
Believe
yeah,
me not.
oh yeah. I mean, and she's the third in the ladder in the chain to grab that presidency if anything happens. You know what I'm saying? So, Tony, you ready?
All right, bro.
All right, bro.
Hold on.
All right, brother. You be safe. So, let me see real fast until Tony gets ready, man. Let me say what's up to my brother Fred Nava. You know what I'm saying, Mala. I'm sorry, man. I just put you on the back. I didn't take you off. So if you want to come back, come back. You know what I'm saying? A piece of Giuseppe, my man Tony, Jeff.
Hey,
Mike,
dude.
Mike D. So yeah, go ahead, brother.
Yeah. Where's the one COVID guy? Is he still on here?
Electro Jet. Yeah, he's here.
Yeah.
No, I never caught COVID. I didn't put myself at risk for COVID. So I what do you call it? I quarantined myself from the public altogether.
Okay, but you made the statement that COVID is like the flu on steroids, right?
Yeah, basically, yeah, it is.
It is. That's what you believe.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what my doctors believe.
So let me ask
I believe.
How long has the flu been around?
The flu has been around for millennia, but there's different strains of flu.
There are different strains, right? What flu killed the most people in what year? Do you even know? Like, do you even know any of this that you're
1918, the Spanish influenza, it was responsible for 25% of the world populace to die. It killed more people than World War One.
25% of the population. Okay.
25% of the population, yes.
How many people?
COVID right now is in the tens of millions, but here's the difference.
Incorrect. COVID has killed 1.26 million people worldwide currently at this moment.
I could be incorrect.
Don't
I don't have the number in front of me.
No.
I thought it was in the.
Hold on, dude. No. I'm not gonna have you talking over me. You're making statements that are incorrect.
He said tens of fucking millions.
I'm here to correct your statements because this is what my job entails. This is the business that I'm in, buddy.
That's fine.
So let's move on. So we just concluded that COVID's not the flu on steroids. So 1.26 million people have died from COVID currently, okay? What percentage of the population is that?
I believe that's less than 1/10 of 1%.
Less than 1/10 of 1%. So what would that mean?
Are you also taking into account the fact that don't cut me off on this one? Are you also taking into account the fact that our medical advances from 1918 to now have also had an impact on how many deaths we do have? Because if we were stuck back in the days with the same type of medical treatment that we had back in 1918, and we still had just that now, I guarantee you the death toll would have been tremendously higher. But we have a lot of medical advances. You have to add that into the.
Let's start talking some facts real fast. As recently as 2009, you had 700,000 people globally die from the flu. So that right there credits your advancement in medicine. When you have 700,000 people who died as recent as 2009 from the flu, that right there discredits that. Number two, it also discredits it because it's a brand new strain of a virus, which means we have not developed herd immunity. What is herd immunity? It's when enough people die from something that the ones that survive pass on the antibodies to their kids. So therefore, the kids that are born are more resistant to that disease, aka virus in this case. So that's what herd immunity is, which we have not developed because it's a brand new strain that just popped up. So therefore, your medical whatever innovations don't mean dick shit about something that's brand new because they haven't even created anything. Now we have Pfizer coming out with a supposed vaccine that's 90% successful, 90% due to Donald Trump, Operation Warp Speed, which the CEO of Pfizer admitted that he was in, that the media tried to say that they weren't, but they were. So with that being said right there, that also discredits your medical advancement statements right there. Furthermore, there have been several doctors across the United States who have lost their medical degree. They have literally been stripped of their medical degree because they said that when people came to their hospital with COVID, if they had cancer, if they had any underlying cause, but they died while they were infected with COVID, COVID is what caused the death. So therefore, you have inflation of deaths. And there's no telling how many numbers have been inflated to it. Here's what we do know. This is a fact. If you're healthy, you will not die, more than likely. Your chances of dying are very slim. You have less than a 2% chance to die if you are a healthy individual. If you are a young child, that significantly drops to less than 1% if you are a child. The only people who are at risk are people who have compromised breathing, like asthma, lung issues. If you are somebody suffering from cancer, HIV, which is immunity disease. If you have viruses that affect you that way, that's when you're at risk. That's when it becomes dangerous. But it is not dangerous to the average healthy person. And even older people, elderly people who catch it, who are healthy in the sense of they don't have any underlying causes, normally they survive it. That's why the death toll globally is only 1.26 million, which is extremely low for a brand new strain of a virus. Now, tell me where I'm wrong.
Dang. I'm surprised it's that high, man.
Hold on. First of all, let's get something here straight. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm telling you what I know. And if I have a wrong number and you tell me a different number, I have no reason to not believe you. So I really wish you wouldn't come at me like I'm the enemy. I'm coming at you, and I'm coming into this platform as a neutral person. I am just saying exactly what my point of view is on this whole thing. So please do not come at me in an aggressive manner, because that won't work with me. You can look as tough and as smart as you want. I could give two fucks. I'm here talking with you as a person, someone that respects Jedi. I respect all of you the same way. I don't know you that well, but please don't come at me like that, because I find it offensive. That's number one. Now, your numbers could be totally true, but you just confirmed what I said, that the people that are weaker are going to suffer from this virus, because it targets the weak. It's going to target people with lowered immune deficiencies or with lung problems. I said that. Exactly, I said that. So you didn't say anything different. And yes, you also, when you said that there's a Russian company that thinks they have what do you call it?
Pfizer. They're called Pfizer. They're called
No,
Pfizer.
not just Pfizer. There was another Russian company that said they're at 92% success rate. Yeah, there are innovations. These are the things we didn't have back in 1918. So yeah, our medical advancements have a lot to do with why there's so little deaths now. With what you said, you proved my point. With what you said, because of our medical advancements, less people die. I may not know all the numbers because I didn't come in here to argue with anyone. We're just talking.
No, see, where you're wrong is, I just told you all those medical advancements, innovations don't mean anything, because when something is brand new, we don't have anything to fight it. That is why the rush for the COVID vaccine has been so prudent, because we don't have anything to fight it. Therefore, when it first outbreaks, those advancements don't mean anything because you don't have protection against it. It's just like when HIV was killing people left and right. Well, guess what happened? The medicine got better and better. They built up your immunity more and more. Why? Because HIV did not kill you. AIDS is not the killer of you. What killed you was it killed down your white blood cells. Then anything that infected you caused you to die. That's why you died. We figured out how to counteract that, what we needed to do to up your immunity. At the same time, there's nothing we can do with HIV itself, but we can try to lower the count by tricking it and then building your immunity off of that. The point is this. I get irritated when I hear people talk about COVID because they're uninformed, very ill-informed, and they don't know the numbers and they don't know what they're talking about. If there is a mask mandate, 90% of the people don't even wear masks. They wear a piece of cloth around their face that does absolutely nothing. Do you know the size of a corona particulate? Do you know how small they are?
I do not know exactly how small.
0.2. Listen, 0.23 microns. Okay. They say N95 mask is what you need to use. An N95 mask is not even 4 microns that small. It's for 0.3 microns and above. Normally it's used for like fumes of paint and stuff like that. They're not surgical masks. Surgical masks are just as bad as cloth around your face. It's irrelevant. Do you know how many particulates it takes for a virus to get inside of you to infect you?
No, go ahead. You know more than I do.
One particulate. One particulate can get inside of you, and that's it. You've got it. It's going to incubate and it's going to grow. The whole thing is this. People have died. It is unfortunate for any single person to die. But the fact that the country has been locked down over something that's lethality isn't even, this is not even a bad disease. I would hate to see what would happen to America if something real broke out, because the mortality rate is so low that it is ridiculous that we have shut down our economy, that we have people out of jobs. We have people begging for a second stimulus package because they can't go back to work. You got New York and California right now talking about they're going to shut down again. Chicago just came out today saying they're going to shut down again. So nobody can do anything for Thanksgiving because of COVID. It's not even that deadly. People catch it. People get over it. Older people who are compromised, they could pass away. But at the same time, those same old people who could catch it could die of the flu. And it would be no different. You just wouldn't hear about it because nobody's talking about the flu. They're talking about COVID. Let me ask you a question. And this is an honest question, okay?
I'm listening.
COVID is scary and it's deadly, and we need to wear masks so that we cannot infect other people, right?
Correct.
And the government's pushing that hard to protect people, correct?
Yep. That's
okay, so let me
the
ask
assumption I'm going on.
Yeah. So if they're so concerned about your well-being, why is it that somebody with HIV or AIDS can have sex with you, purposely infect you, and it's now no longer a crime? It's been decriminalized. And that will kill you.
You can still get in trouble if you knowingly
No.
have sex with people. Yeah, you can.
They
You can still get into a lot of trouble if you knowingly have sex with people and don't let them know that you could possibly infect them. And you do, you're liable and you're able to go to jail for it.
Yep, you were for many years.
No, you are. You are.
12 months ago.
Yeah, you are.
12 months ago, they changed it to a misdemeanor. You no longer get in trouble for it. You can sleep with people and infect them with HIV and you don't go to jail for it anymore. They don't do that anymore. They changed the law.
I'm going to have to look that one up because I know here in New Mexico, you'll get in trouble. You'll go to jail if you get somebody sick, knowingly get somebody sick.
Wow, that's crazy, man. That's crazy, fellas. Well, I mean, the great talking points. I'm glad nobody got offended. You guys are grown men. I'm glad you got it out. We all gotta still have respect for each other, of course. And
Jedi.
Yeah.
So here's my thing. This is how I look at this election. I will not place blame on anybody. I will not say Biden had anything to do with it. I will not say Kamala Harris had anything to do with it, because for all I know, there could be voter fraud and they have no idea. It could be local people who don't like Trump and they did it. You don't know how high up or how low it goes. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I believe that Biden had anything to do with it, because I don't know. You know what I mean? But what I can say is, and we might find that people had voted fraud for Trump. Who knows what's going to be found? That's always a possibility too. It could go both ways. But here's the thing. This is what I find about this election very strange, okay? Obama in 2008 had the highest election numbers ever, with 69 million, okay? When he ran again, he went down a little bit to 62 million, but his initial run in 2008 was 69 million. Here's where I say something funny is going on. I could understand if Trump, which he did, got more than 69 million. I could understand if Biden got more than 69 million, which he did. But what I can't understand is how both of them broke the record for highest votes ever. You had one at 72, which was Trump, and Biden at 77 million. That does not make sense. You're not going to have two candidates that are going to break the world record of votes in the same election. I don't believe it.
That's
I
exactly what
can totally believe that because, first of all, Trump is a very polarizing figure, whether you like him or whether you're not. There's a lot of people out there that like him, and there's a lot of people that don't like him. And then there's also people that like Biden and so on and so forth. But we've had the greatest voter turnout, because we've had more voter registration now. There's 318 million people in the United States, 318 million. So we didn't, when you say, 72 million and 77 million, that's just about, that's right around half the population of the United States. Yeah, I totally see those numbers being right.
Yeah, but
I put a video out saying how proud I was. I didn't even give a fuck who won. I was proud of the fact that so many people came out to vote. That means people want their voice heard. And that's been one of my things that I preach about. And when it comes to politics, I say, I don't give a fuck who where your politics lies. Just get out there and be heard.
Yeah, but
and this year, that message got out.
Yeah, but the thing is that what taints that message is that it's being found that even dead people were voting, bro. I mean, I can understand where you're coming from with that, but at the same time, I mean, this is what's being found out now, and that's what pollutes that beautiful thought. And I would love to stand there and say everybody got up and vote, but you got to think about this now.
No, I do think about that, and you're right. And it's not that this election, if they find that dead people voted, won't be the first election that happens in. That has happened regularly throughout every election. You'll find out. If you look it up, you'll find out there's been dead people voting. People.
Yeah, but
it doesn't make it right. But the fact that they caught it is what's important.
Yeah, but the problem here is the numbers. It doesn't add up.
But
it was done before, but it's the numbers that's record breaking. That's what he's saying. The numbers are crazy.
Right, because it's irrelevant that it's half the population. They're about a little less than half the population. That's irrelevant. The fact is, statistically speaking, every election before this one, you only get about 35 to 42% of the population to turn out. That's it. That's statistical, proven factual numbers when you look through the past. It's also proven that Obama had the highest voter turnout. Obama, he had Republicans voting for him and he had Democrats voting for him. And then he was also the first Black president. So it made sense that he made 69 million votes for him. That made sense. You could understand where they came from. The problem here is not only did Biden beat his numbers with 77 million, but now Trump beat his numbers as well. And I'm saying that normally when a world record is surpassed, you only have one person do it. You're not going to have it in the same election. You'll have one very high number, one lesser number, because it's like a scale and it balances out. So you're taking from one and giving it to the other. In this case, you're just having this influx of numbers that came out of nowhere that's never been seen before. And again, I will say this. I'm not saying the Democrats cheated. I'm not saying the Republicans cheated. But what I'm saying is these numbers are highly inflated and it appears that one of the side's numbers may not be correct. I'm trying to say this as tactful as I can.
Yeah. I mean, and like I said, I understand everybody's point, and I'm glad that I respect everybody's talking point. Thank you, gentlemen, for stepping up and coming, to the show. And I'm gonna end it tonight. But thank you, respectfully, and everybody out there, man. Just be respectful like we have been here, and hear each other out. It's good to have a healthy conversation like this. I hope we can do it again, gentlemen. Thank you, Electro Jed. Go check out Electro Jed's channel, baby. You know what I'm saying? He be cooking it up over there. God bless you, my brother. Go check out.
Jed, I mean, it's always a pleasure. You know I come in here every time you live.
Hell yeah, brother. Shit.
I ain't gonna stop. You know what?
No.
Boricua.
Of course, Papi. More love, bro.
Hey, Jay. I want to say this to conclude what I was saying. All right.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, whoever had voter fraud, whether Trump does, if Biden does, all that matters is the integrity of the election, right? If Biden really won by legitimate numbers, then that's the president. If it's legit. If Trump ends up winning because of legitimate numbers, then that's who the president is. The only thing that matters is the legitimacy of the vote, that people are not being cheated out of their vote. Because here's the deal. It could always flip 180, and I'm not trying to keep you on longer than you want to be on. If they find out, and I wouldn't think it would because Trump's pushing it so hard, but if they find out Trump had an influx of voter fraud, then hey, Biden won. Tip my hat to him.
But
might not be your candidate, but he's the president. It's all about the integrity of the vote.
Tony,
can I add one thing to that?
Goddamn.
Yeah, go ahead.
The one thing I wanted to add to that is that look, when Trump won in 2016, I didn't vote for Trump, but I hated it. I hated it when people say, I didn't vote for him, he's not my president. Bullshit. That's your president. Take it for what it is. That's your president. Whoever's in that office, the sanctity of that office is important, and we need to respect that office no matter who's in there. You could have your voice heard every 4 years when it comes to him. That's how come it's important to make sure you get your ass out there and you vote. Don't let this shit go unheard. So if he does end up winning, he's my president. Will I like it? Probably not. But am I going to deny the man? No. The man won it. If he wins it, he wins it. That's it. I wish a lot of other people would think of it that way. And I'm not talking about, Trump supporters towards Biden. I'm also talking about Biden supporters against Trump. It's like, goddamn, it split the country, and that made me depressed because it bothers me. This is the United States. This is not fucking the Civil War again. Get your mindset out of that. We're having our voice heard, and let democracy do its thing.
Yep. As a government employee, I look at it: if Trump wins, he wins. If Biden gets in, he's in. He has to be my president, and respectfully saying he holds the office. So I don't look at it indifference to any person that gets in there, but I may have my views and be like, fuck, but I'll have to get my ducks in a row to ensure that my family is taken care of.
And I just wanted to say, I don't know if you heard me in the background. I agree with that. Like I said, as long as it's 100% fair and everything's down the line, whoever wins is winning. That's the president. I agree with you. I don't like that. Oh, he's not my bullshit. If you're in this country, that's your president. If they won fair, where it is what it is, whether you like it or not, that's your president. Now, if cheating goes on, that's a whole different thing, but that has to be proven. And as of yet, there's going to have to be significant numbers because I don't think Trump can win no matter what they do, to be honest. I think it's too many numbers.
All right.
Well, he lost Michigan, from what I understand, by 30.
No, actually, I don't know if you guys have been in the loop, but no, he was just given 3 states. You guys got to do your homework. That's as far as I'm going with that. Otherwise than that, God bless. Stay vigilant. Peace, fellas.
Peace.